This Jay, and this video right here is about, will Tasha go to jail for Tariq, or will Angie's involvement in everything save her? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like, follow me on YouTube and Facebook, and let's get into it. Now, when we see Angie and Tasha, they two women that are pretty similar, more similar than they realize. We see Tasha, and she's all broken up over losing her daughter, which is understandable. She's clutching her belongings that they just gave her. And so she's real heartbroken and everything. And so they're all at the police station asking Tariq what's going on. And he's sticking to his story that he didn't see anything. He's telling the police and everybody that he doesn't know anything. Now, when they're in the car and they get away from everybody, she says, look, I know we said don't talk to anybody about the family, but you need to tell us. And he's no stupid fool. He knows that they are killers and drug dealers and whatever the case, and so he needs to tell them so they can handle what's going on. But he sticks to his story, tells his mother nothing. Tasha doesn't believe him. He gets out the car and leave, and so Tasha is really upset. And this is important because it's what drives her emotions to make her kind of make the decisions that she does. Now, she blames Ghost, and then she says, Ghost, you don't understand, he's lying. And then Ghost says, no, he's not lying. Actually, he didn't see it because it was a professional hit. See, Ghost thinks it's the Jimenez because of what Tommy was going through and what Tommy told him. But in actuality, we all know it was Ray Ray. But at this point, they didn't know that. Now, Tasha is upset, and she's blaming Ghost for bringing him back into the life, and she's saying that was her daughter, blood of her blood, flesh of her flesh, and that she was upset that she was taken away and that Ghost wouldn't understand, regardless of whether he was his, he didn't carry the baby or not, and that was her flesh. He squirted the special sauce inside of it so that the egg could grow. So it's still partially his too. He still feels attachment to her as well. But nevertheless, Tasha's upset. She's still kind of very emotional, which no one can blame her for being emotional about it. But the thing is, they really should have been mad at Tariq. They didn't understand or know yet that he knew more than he was saying. She had the feeling that he did, but they didn't know at the moment. So she's upset, and this is driving her emotions to the point where she did want to kill Ray Ray herself at this point. I'm pretty sure both of them would have. I mean, who wouldn't if their child was killed? So that's no stretch. But at that time and at that point, she was upset. She's trying to see what's going on. She's blaming and lashing out at Ghost about getting her back into the life. Now, Ghost is saying, hey, he didn't have much to say. He looking like a fool for a minute, and then he told her he going to be the one to try to fix it. And in the end, he was just sitting there. He didn't know what he could do. There's no way to fix it. You can't bring your daughter back. Now, we look at Angie, and Angie was embracing her role as the lead and headed criminal. And then Saxe came in late, and then she was trying to check him, and then he threw back in her face the reason why he was late is that St. Patrick's daughter was killed, knowing that she had emotions with him and that she was gonna get emotional in a way and kind of lose it. But she held it together and didn't show too much emotion. She just paused for a second, and everybody was, looking at her. But she got back to business and didn't let them know that she still had feelings or attachment or whatever the case. Now, this is the key because now she's emotional. I just showed how Tasha had these emotions, and then now it's showing how Angie was emotional. The reason why Angie is emotional, once she got back in her office, she started looking up about Raina. And now we say, well, why would she do that so much as looking up Raina? How would that make her emotional? But she remembered when she was playing house with Ghost, and he got that little big head little baby right there, and then he's trying to look like Daddy Dearest right here, Daddy Daycare with the two kids, and she walks in from like, honey, I'm home. and he was sitting there with the kids, and they tried to have a happy little home, and they was playing house for a while, and she was ready to be their stepmom. Now she was talking to Raina, and Raina was nice and was trying to talk to her about Choate, the school that she went to, about being a lawyer, different things that she would have to go through or do in order to advance her career. Raina was maybe considering even being a lawyer at one point when she went to Choate. The sky was the limit for her. She was a smart girl, and she was actually nice to Angie and was listening and everything, although she was still attached to her mom and still had feelings about that situation. She handled it a lot more maturely and better than Tariq, because when Angie talked to Tariq, this little big head boy with these big ass lips he got on him, he wasn't trying to listen. He was trying to blow her away, literally. And she tried to be nice and give him a game for his Xbox or whatever. And look, he poked them big ass lips out and tried to blow her away real quick and tell her he ain't trying to hear it. Her TV too little. So he had a little funky attitude, and he was starting to turn bad. And she still tried to be cool with him, and she tried to play the game with him. And of course, she didn't know what she was doing or whatever the case, but that's besides the point. The point is she attempted to try to get close with the kid, so she did develop an attachment with them. Even though when Tariq was sitting on the couch and didn't want to be bothered with her and they was done eating, Raina's the one that sat there and helped her clear off the table, was talking to her about her little sister when the little sister was crying because Ghost had to step out. This is back in season 3 when Tommy was supposed to kill him, so Ghost was gone and left her with the kids on the first day. And she was having a good time enjoying Raina's company. I mean, it's been a while, a lot has happened, so a lot of people may have forgot that this even happened. But yeah, she was having a good time enjoying Raina's company. And so she feels attached to Raina. That's why she would look it up. That's why she paused in the meeting. That's why she was hurt about the situation. And so Raina was talking to her. She felt like, hey, this little girl reminds me a little of myself in a way. Smart young girl, wants to do things with herself, wants to possibly go to Choate. She got a lot of things going good for her, even though she had a big ass head, looked like a little bobblehead right there, bobble and shit right there. But anyway, she wasn't even cute yet, but she was coming into her own. She was still little back then. She had that receding forehead, it looking like a 5 head. But anyway, she still was being nice to the girl, and the girl was being nice to her. So she snapped back into reality, and she's sitting there remembering the good old days of how it could have been and how that was a nice little girl. She didn't deserve to die. So she's emotional. She runs. The first thing she does is go to see Ghost and talk to him and see how he's doing. But she's so caught up in her damn job. It's like she's married to the job. You know how they got that show Married to the Mob? She married to the job. That's all she got in her life is the damn job. She don't have any man, no kids, nothing. And so she's questioning him about it, and then she says, well, if you go get revenge, you're going to lose everything, and lightweight threatening him. But if this is the man and you know his family, you spent time with his daughter and everything, why would you try to threaten him with losing stuff when you know how a person would feel? You should understand where he's coming from. If he was to ever do any dirt, this is one piece of dirt that you shouldn't mind him throwing in the backyard. Now she decides what can she do to help, so she goes to see Ray Ray. She pops up at his house not knowing she could have got killed by this man. She doesn't know. She don't have a gun. She don't know how to fight. She could have made him want to run, flee, anything. She was sticking her nose in the business as if she had a nose like Drake. Anyway, we already know she the nosiest person on the show besides Drake. And so she goes and talks to Ray Ray, and she talks to him about why he went to the school questioning Tariq, wanting to question Tariq. And Ray Ray tells him about the break-ins and that Tariq was the main common denominator in all the break-ins, and how he was on a bad track. And so he plays the role off pretty good as if he was still an undercover cop. And she's able to, he's able to get her to leave without any confrontation. Lucky for both of them. Well, really for her. And so Tommy finds out later in the episode from Kanan about where Ray Ray is, and he calls Tasha, which was a big mistake. What was the point of him calling Tasha? What could she do? He tells her to get an alibi together, but that could have been told at a later date. He tells her to question Tariq and see what else he knows. Now that was maybe a good point, because he said that there was a cop that was looking for Tariq. Now she's sitting in this house, this penthouse. It's only one way in and out, and that's through that elevator. How in the world does she not keep track of her kids? She only has one job, like Ghost said, and that's down to take care of the kids. And somehow, some way, she has no idea where Tariq is. She's asking Keisha. She got to ask little baby bubble head right here, little cutie, and she tells her she knows more about Tariq than she does. So she goes in the back and she asking the kids that's all in his room playing, and they say he went to the office and he took a bag. He was getting ready to go. So she goes to the office, and first thing she does is go to the safe. I don't know why everybody got the code. It shouldn't even be a safe called the safe. It's more like an unsafe, because what's the point? Anybody can get in there and do whatever the hell they want. Everybody got the code. Might as well leave it open. Plus, she can't even see in there. She got to get on her tippy toes, need a little step stool. She should get her a floor model. Anyway, she goes and tries to look in there. She can't see, so she got to stick her hand in there to feel around, because she can't even see in the back of it. And then she realizes her gun is gone. She grabs the bullets and sees his bullets missing. So now she knows this boy done took her gun. She should know already to watch that type of stuff, because Tariq has already had a proven track record of taking guns and doing things he ain't got no business doing. Then she tries to step down and look around and close the thing, and now she's thinking, but she should have realized and kept an eye on him and her kids a lot more, because they've had a lot going on with him being kidnapped and the threats and everything. When she flashed back, there's Tariq right there when he was at Angie's house. She criticized Angie so much about not watching him and how he got the gun from her house, and she made it seem like Angie was such a horrible person because he did that to her, when he just did it to Tasha. He did the same damn thing to Tasha. So what's the difference? Okay, she neither one of them was paying attention, but at least Angie didn't know him and know nothing about it. Now he has a proven track record. So Tasha tries to call and warn Ghost what's going on, but Ghost has left the phone in there. So now she's thinking, and sometimes she jumps to conclusions. She rushes to decisions. Now I know a lot of you all say that Tasha's a G and that she's just as calculated as Ghost. And I don't think she is. I think it's somewhere in the middle. I'm not going to say she's dumb. I think she falls in the middle as not being calculated as Ghost, but not being dumb either. And so she thinking of what to do. And for some reason, she comes up with going to see Angie. I don't know why she would think to do that. Now, some of you all have messaged saying that she did that on purpose. Do you really think that she wanted to see Angie on purpose so that if something happens, she can implicate Angie? Do you really think she was thinking that far ahead? I mean, that would be amazing. So she goes, and then she got a witness that saw her there when Angie comes in the office. The little pie-faced lady saw her. She's going to talk to Angie. She says Tariq is missing. She want to get her to find Tariq. So the first thing Angie's going to do is use her police resources. So how could Tasha have known that would have worked? Now, as soon as Angie did it, luckily she was able to stop her and tell her about doing the trace on the phone, the clone of the phone or whatever. But she hangs up the phone, and then she's able to call, and Tasha gives her Tariq's phone number to check. I think this was all spur of the moment thinking that luckily came her way. That's what I think personally, guys. Now, you can message me and let me know if you agree with me or not, but I think she got lucky with how this is going to implicate Angie, because now Angie is not using her office phone. She's using her cell phone to call this guy to do the trace on Tariq's phone to locate him. Now, she wasn't able to get the exact location because they use cell towers, so she had to eventually give her parameters to check in, and it took a while. So while she was waiting, she calls the guy, and while she's waiting to get the information back, Tasha gave her the cell phone to check. She talks to Tasha and says, "Hey, did Tariq kill Raina?" Because that's what Officer Jones said, and he was the one looking, and this, that, and the other. And so she was thinking that, hey, this boy, he was already had a funky little attitude. He's the one that grabbed my gun before. She doesn't really know him that well, so she doesn't know where to stand on this. And so when she asked Tasha, Tasha kind of went off like, of course, any parent would. Why would they kill each other? And then she says, where did you get that from? Why would you say something like that? And so this was kind of important right here, because right then is when she was trying to figure out what the hell was going on. Where was Angie's thinking? So neither one of them really are doing this on purpose. It just proves that this was kind of a random coincidence. And then Angie, telling her where she come from, said, well, I spoke with Officer Jones and he told me that. And then right then when she told Tasha who she spoke with, Tasha kind of clammed up and realized, oh man, this dude, he really on that ass right now. He really is the one that probably killed him. He really is looking for Tariq. She said he was looking for him at the school. And then Angie had already went there to his house. Angie, if they were working together or she was really trying to implicate her, then she could have just gave her the address right then and there about where Officer Jones, where she confronted him at his house, because Angie was at the house, but she didn't. So Angie wasn't really trying to help her. Now, I know some of you all don't think Angie tried to help her kill him on purpose, and some of you all think that Tasha somewhat tricked Angie into helping her, and like she had the vision to have Angie tied into this mess so that if something do go wrong, Angie would be implicated, so Angie couldn't tell, or Angie would cover her ass. But that's not the case, I don't believe. And so when Tasha was about to tell her right then and there, before she wrote it down, she was about to tell her what happened, but the phone rang and got that information. And right when she was leaving, Angie told her, hey, if he's get killed, Ghost is going to get the death penalty. And so Tasha was sad and she didn't say nothing. She held it together. But she was so close to telling Angie what was really going on, but the phone rang with the information on where to locate. Watch the episode again. You can see her body language. She almost told Angie the truth. That shows that she didn't have a plan at what she was doing, really. She just got lucky. Now, when Tariq was trying to hold Ray Ray up and pop him, she was riding around neighborhoods looking for him, and of course she gonna find him right in time. She saw Tommy's obvious ass car. When she get out the car, she heard that pop outside. Now, what in the world was she gonna do if it was going the opposite way and he was getting shot? She has no gun. What the hell was she gonna do? Bite his ankles off or something? What was she gonna do? She don't know karate. She can't fight. She had no weapon. What was she gonna do? Luckily, it didn't go that way, and Ghost and Tommy was there, and she's there, and so she get it. But in the end, how is she going to say that she did this when his body is missing? She can't carry this man out of there. They could have burned the building down to cover up their evidence. That would have been smarter. When they get back to their condo, she's talking to Reek, and he's saying that he's not sorry about what happened. And then she's saying, I'm not sorry either. But he should have been sorry, because by him taking that gun, he pretty much involved her in the murder. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He didn't talk to them and tell them first. And she act like it's all good. Welcome to the family. And in the end, everything he did was sloppy. And that's why her ass is in trouble. Now she's in an empty ass restaurant meeting up with Lou Gossett Jr., and she trying to get her squeeze on and talk to him and confide in old Lou. And Lou Gossett, look at his head shining. He getting his shine on right there while he trying to talk to her. And she's giving the story about what if somebody got killed, and what if the gun, and what if this or that, and don't tell nobody, and all of this stuff, and beating around the bush, talking to Lou Gossett Terry about what's gonna happen. And next thing you know, he's not really trying to hear it because he thinks she's still trying to cover for Ghost. So he tells her, "Look, you need to tell James to get a lawyer." And you can see it's written all over his face with them little lines on his head, look like notebook paper. He got all his little info right there on the top of his head that he is written all over his face. That he ain't trying to hear that. You know, he don't believe in what she's saying. He think Ghost is shady. He been hating on Ghost ever since Ghost was in prison. That he looked down on Ghost because Ghost is more successful than him, and he's supposed to be the more privileged person. And then she checks him and say, "It's not James, it's me. Okay, it's not him, it's me. I'm the one that's gonna need a lawyer, and I'm the one that's gonna need the help." And so now he's sitting there, ooh. That's how he look. He don't know. He looking stupid now because he thought he had his little boot thing all sold up. He thought Ghost would finally be out the picture easy, and he got him a little boot thing he can go cuddle up with, a little cuddy buddy. And now he realized his little plan is over with. And so now he thinking, well, if that's the case, I can't be your lawyer and your lover. Um, can't be a homie lover friend. So he's trying to tell her, well, what do you? He's hoping that she would have chose him as a lover and not a lawyer, but Tasha got this is where she got G because she already had the check right there. There ain't no check in the mail; it's right here in your hand. And she was like, "Look, dude, here, the business come first. Then it's time for you to earn some money." And so she's told him, but this is the thing. Why would she go and preemptive strike and tell him this when she doesn't know? She knows they took the body away. She knows that she has the gun. She knows that nobody saw them for the most part. There was no reason for her to get Terry involved at this point. And so Angie, of course, she's the best detective in the world. I don't know why she's even there. They got the crime scene unit. They done did their job. A couple of them about to leave. And so she's talking to Juan Valdez over here. And he's telling her a few things about Ray Ray. And so now she's down there investigating. She ain't never went to school for no damn investigation. She ain't never been a detective. She's a damn lawyer. She's a lawyer. Okay, and so now she's here investigating. Now, why would she be investigating if she was trying to help Tasha? Now, she may have been, again, implicated without her knowing, but what would be her goal in this? So she gonna put Ghost in jail, a person that she once loved and had feelings for, and these kids, she knows that his daughter's dead, and she wants to put him in jail for this now? She just has to put him in jail to the point where it doesn't matter what? Like he Al Capone, it don't matter the reason long as he in jail? Or what, she want to put Tasha in jail for this? Like, what is her end game? Why is she working so hard to put somebody in jail for this? Talking about um, when she saw that bullet, if you all watch it and look at it again, she says, after she says that bullet is in the wall, she says, take the bullet out and check for ballistics. I bet we'll get a match. So that means that if she's betting on it, then she's pretty sure. Whenever somebody bets on something, that means they pretty sure normally when they say that phrase that they pretty sure about what they talking about. So what, is she pretty sure that that's Tasha's gun? I mean, what is she betting on? What does she expect to find? So what is her end game? Why is she pressing so hard for that? It doesn't make sense. And Tasha to call Terry, that doesn't make sense so soon either. In the end, what is Angie really trying to achieve in this situation? Does she really want to see Ghost, a man that she loved, a man that she had a feelings with, an affection with, and actually wanted to have a future with? Does she really want him to go to jail? I mean, did he really hurt her that bad that she wants him to go to jail at any means necessary, like Malcolm X? I mean, I don't get it. And if she really didn't like Tasha because Tasha was in the space that she wanted to be in, why would she help Tasha? Why would she give Tasha that information to help her if she wanted Tasha to go to jail? I mean, if she really wanted to help them by not putting them in jail, wouldn't she just not? Wouldn't she just say, "I can't help you, Tasha"? So it doesn't make any sense what her angle is. In the end, we'll have to see next season, I guess next year, which really sucks. And as far as Tasha, what is Tasha trying to get out of this? Why would she take the rap for Tariq so soon before anything has come up yet? Why would she go and talk to Terry so soon and ready to pay him for representation when we don't even know if they'll find the, she didn't know a bullet was in the wall. She didn't she they took the body away. Without a body, it's hard to prove it's a murder. He could be missing, he could have left anything. It's damn near impossible to prove a murder without a body. And nobody saw him, no witnesses. Now we know she loves her kids dearly, but they ain't the same kids as they used to. Tariq ain't the little boy she used to lay in the bed having pillow talk with no more. This little boy, he done changed so much from there. He done, changed like a chameleon. Even when he was talking crazy to her, she tried to smack taste out his mouth. He tried to catch it like he slap boxing with somebody on the street, catching her hand and looking at her like she crazy. She should have took the left hand and whacked him with that one when he did that. Now he got the gun sitting there like he had poetic justice or something. And as far as her daughter, she was just growing up to start to be cute and smart and everything, but she wasn't paying her no attention. The girl was trying to talk to her about choke. She had that bruise on her arm, and Tasha wasn't thinking nothing about it. She gave her some sad little excuse on why that bruise was there, and Tasha just bought it because in the end she was all thinking and had her head in la la land about Terry. So sprung on Terry while she's sitting on the table letting him play with her ghettos. What's all that about? That was corny. Probably like her feet. But anyway, what was that? She all sprung on him like he was, the best thing since sliced bread. When in the end, what was he really about to do? He wasn't no nothing special, and that's what left her daughter ended up getting killed. Because if she would have been the chaperone at the party instead of sitting there letting him play with her toes, maybe she wouldn't have been in trouble. Your kid has been kidnapped. The other kids has got a bruise, and you sitting here playing with Terry like it's no problems. And now she's trying to talk to him about representation. When if she really looked at it, he sucked as a lawyer. Proctor was the good lawyer. Terry didn't really do much. He found the surveillance tape. That's it. If it wasn't for Angie, Ghost would be in jail because he was trying to get Ghost to cop a plea the whole time. So why would you want to get a suck ass lawyer like Terry to represent you? If anything, she should have been trying to get Proctor to represent her. And I hate to say it, but keep on, getting your bang on with Lou Gossett Jr. Other than that, there's no need to stick with Waterhead, because what he gonna do? He ain't do nothing for you. I wouldn't want him to represent me. He sucked. So in the end, these two ladies right here, how are they going to work it out? Yeah, Tasha did get her implicated if something goes down, but I think, me personally, that it happened by accident. I don't think she premeditated that, hey, I'm going to go to Angie so that when something happens, it'll fall back on her and she'll cover my ass and help me. Although that will happen and it will help, I don't think she thought about it at first in purpose. I don't think Tasha's dumb. I do think she's smart, but I don't think she's just like Ghost, like some people say. I think she's got her own positive things that she does, but she's not as calculated as Ghost normally is. And so they do make a good team as far as how they work together and belong together, but as far as she jumps to conclusions and she likes to make decisions without talking to anybody or doing things. What if she would have went upstairs when Tariq was there and he had the gun on Tariq, was about to shoot him? What would she have done? Asked nicely not to shoot him? So I mean, she really was running into a situation she wasn't prepared for either. She didn't have a gun. She can't fight. She didn't have no leverage on Ray Ray. So what would she have done? She didn't even know what Ray Ray looked like. So it's good that it happened the way it did. It's going to be interesting to see in season 5 how it plays out. In the end, I guess we'll all have to wait and see. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to me on Twitter and follow me on Twitter and Facebook. And thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, share, like, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, and I want to give a shout out for the topic of this video to someone, because she hit me up with the message and said this would be a good video to do, and I agreed. So if you all have any ideas about videos to do, message me on Twitter, and if they're good, I'll make a video about it. Thanks, someone. Great video idea. Peace.